So I'm here. This week we're starting into our half guard series. So first we worked guard, then we went open guard, now we're going half guard. Man, progresses position by position. Congrats, you figured it out. Alright, so I'm here in the half guard. One leg in between his. Now, a couple different types of half guard. The one we're going to be working off is called knee shield half guard. It's not completely like a shin shield half guard where you have your leg all the way across. Just put your knee right on that belly button or on the solar plexus. Tapping our feet together. Keep them away from dirty foot lockers. Onto our side, not flat on our back. We went over that. It's kind of the basics of half guard positioning Tuesday. So we're here. I don't like what's happening. Let's say I want to take the top position. So I'm here. I kick my leg forward, sit myself up, and dig in for this underhook. Now, once I get here, I'm going to post the hand in the mat behind me, and I'm going to stab Austin right in his neck with my uniform. Get my head up, chest up, poking my head in here. One of the big mistakes I see a lot of us made Tuesday and just previously is, we're like here for our head position. We're just going to get your head stuffed and then you smish. So when I'm here, I want my head up, chest up, so that way if he has to try to reach for that guillotine, he's got a long way to go. Keeping that head position where I want it. Now, once we're here, my hand that went around the back is either going to grab the hip, belt, jacket, something on the far side. Alright, going to get yourself grip over there. You're going to step over his ankle, drag his ankle out, unhook your half guard, and pop up to your knees. This is what we call dogfight position. For those of you who wrestle, it's a single leg with a whizzer. It's dogfight because this is jujitsu. We name stuff with things. So, once we're here, first thing we're going to work on, our back hand switches from the hip to the ankle. Our front hand switches to the knee. I drive in, pull that knee in, sprawl my way down, walk behind, take side. Just a basic drive across double from that dogfight position. Question. I'm going to go through it a bunch more times, but I want to get the kind of initial question out of the way. So I'm here, boom, using that knee positioning, kick my knee forward, come right up. Here. I step over the ankle, drag the ankle out, unhook, drive up. Once I'm here, I reach in, grab the ankle and the knee, pull those in while driving into Austin. Sprawl, walk behind, take side, or if he turtles up like a little pansy, take back. Yes, Carolyn.
When you're getting to the dogfight position, are you crossing your legs underneath his leg, or do they just take to sit on the mat?
Sure I'm hearing you correctly. So I'm here. Both, like when my feet are here or when I actually kick up?
Yeah.
So when I come up, this leg's posted. This leg's controlling the inside leg with the hook. This leg's posted to give me a base and ability to push off. Because if Austin drives into me right now, I want to have this to be able to post. Be able to do so. Then once I'm here, I drag his foot out and uncross. By putting that foot down. This foot's uncrossed. Then I'm able to come up to my knees, and now his leg is in between my legs.
Okay.
Now, I wouldn't cross my ankles here unless I had a really good reason for it, and I can't think of a really good reason, so I wouldn't cross my ankles here. Then I drive across, finish that double. Make sense? Other questions on this? Nothing? Alright, figure it out. One more time. Right. Here. Boom. Kick myself up. Get my underhook. Get my head position. Drag the ankle out. Foot to the mat. Drag up. Ankle, knee. Pull both in while driving across. Take side control. Elbow smish. Alright. One. So I'm here with Mr. Spears. good things are happening in my life. I get to half guard. One of the things I got asked a couple different times by is, okay, how do I set up this setup? Right? Like, how do I, just like sitting up, feels risky. I may not get the underhook, things like that. Biggest thing to set this up, guys, is just using your knees and a little bit of push-pull and basic hand fighting. I'm here, I'm going to be hand fighting, looking to manipulate him just that little bit. Once I push him back that little bit, I'm going to get to the natural opening to sit up. Now, let's assume Austin doesn't suck at jiu-jitsu. Hard some days to assume that, but we have to. So here, I drag out the ankle, I come up, I get to this dogfight position. He doesn't like this. He's going to start drilling down on that overhook, and it's like, I can't reach for the ankle, I can't really grab the knee, I got to keep a good base here. What do I do? All we're going to do is wave at your mom in the crowd. Or in this case, Julian's mom. But. So we're here. I'm going to let my arm go loose. I'm going to bring it to my pocket, and then I'm going to wave. It's called a limp arm. It's a very simple technique. So we're here. All we're doing, bringing our hand from the far side hip, in between us, out and waving. Now I'm over-exaggerating that wave motion for effect. That's the basic idea of where you're trying to go. So once I'm here, he starts driving into me, I keep a good base. The harder he's driving in, the easier this actually works. After that, you're already sitting on an ankle with half a hook in, backpack drill, take the rest of the set. So we're here, good things are happening. Blocking, we're playing, we're moving. I set myself up. I get here, I drag that ankle out, boom, I get here. Austin doesn't suck, so he starts to counter. I don't appreciate people who try to counter. Really inconsiderate of you, just let me do what I want. I'm here. This hand goes from here, in between, and I wave Julian. All right. Once you're here, you already have that backpack position. Set them to that side, start taking the back. This one's simple, but not easy. Not a lot of extra steps after you get to that dogfight. You just gotta let your arm go loose. Wave. Questions on that one? Like, man, that seems really simple. It's not easy though in a live situation. So, that's the biggest part of that, is getting that arm loose, bringing it back through that middle point, clearing it out, getting back around to that hip and working to take the back. Questions? Uno, dos. Alright, so I'm here, blocking, I set myself up, I get here, and let's assume that while I'm coming up here, Austin's just a powerhouse, right? He's a big, strong, sexy guy. He's going to drop a lot of weight, a lot of pressure in. It's just not, can't limp arm, can't drive across. Nothing good's happening here, right? So we're going to change the angle. I'm going to get my head positioned back. But then I'm going to drop it and I'm going to put my head right on his belly button. Here. As we do that, I'm going to pinch my knees and drive them towards his hips. Once we do that, I'm going to grab whatever I can back with this hand. Whether it's belt, jacket, hip, pants, get a hold of something. Once you got a hold of it, you're going to pull that over and you're going to roll through and cross your shoulders. Here. Scooping for the ankle or the knee. As you follow that momentum forward, you sprawl, take the back. So we're here. Blocking, doing cool stuff. Boom, I come up. As I start to come up, Austin's just a big, strong kid. It's just not going to work. Can't get what I want. Out of here. Boom, I change the level. Pinch the knees. Pull. And I'm reaching for underneath his ankle. In an ideal world, that's where you land. Realistically, most of the time, you're going to scoop the stop. Here. Pulling across. Once we get here, I sprawl. Work to take the back, escape the hand. Donkey Kong punches as needed. Questions on this? Yes, Carol.
Is there a certain angle that you're trying to roll back?
Yeah, so when I'm here, I got Austin's leg in between mine, right? I get here. Biggest place I'm trying to roll is at that 45. So if I try to roll Austin kind of straight across, you run into a lot of base there. So I'm trying to roll him kind of towards my shoulder. So once I change my level, as I'm diving, it's that angle that you're looking for there.
Pretty much the way he's going to be pushing to get
Yeah, his weight will drive this. So versus a big, dumb, strong wrestler who's going to whizzer real hard there, sets itself up. They're going to drive that shoulder pressure in. You're going to be like, hey, thanks, I appreciate that. And remember, guys, counter to the counter until somebody dies. The nice part about this dogfight series is, regardless what he does to counter getting up to that dogfight position, they have to give you something else to do it. If he doesn't have a big, strong base and doesn't, whizzer down there, you just drive across to take the double. He whizzers kind of hard, you limp arm out. He whizzers real hard, you roll through. You have to give me one of them. It's your choice. Turn to page 7, page 13. I don't care. I kill you either way. Questions on the roll through? Roll through a couple more times. I mess this up. Here. Up. Boom. How about? Bad position. Here. Like I said, Austin starts to whizzer real hard. I don't appreciate it. I duck my head under. Scoop my hand in. Biggest thing here, guys, pinch the knees and drive them back into him. Because that's going to help your roll. Once we're here, I come out on top. In an ideal world, you just sprawl and take side. Real world, you land up somewhere top and take that as your 2 sweep points and move on with your life. Alright.
What's the ideal spot to grab with that hand you reach under?
Ankle, preferably. So, like, if I can scoop underneath and kind of pick up that ankle, perfect. If I can't, scooping what I can get a hold of. Ideal world versus real one, somewhere in between those. Most of the time, you're going to end up scooping the ankle, but every once in a while, you're going to miss and just have a good thigh grip, and that's fine. You can still get done what you need there.
Good grip on the pants.
Yes, you probably can. I don't, because I don't play grips like that. So, as we've discussed, not the point of emphasis for me is grips like that. All this works gi-no-gi, because the only difference is you can't grab his belt, you just grab the hip. So. Other questions on this?
Yeah. Is there, I guess when you change position with your head, is there a too low you can go? Or is it
No, because you're doing it with speed. So it's a, obviously don't bounce your forehead off the mat, but I'm putting it right across that belly button area. Just give myself the positioning I want.
Besides just maintaining proper momentum through this, is there any tips on preventing somebody from stopping this halfway through? When you're at the point where you're on your back in the roll?
Commitment. You can't be like me in my early 20s. You got to commit to stuff.
And also telegraphing, tell them it's coming.
Yeah.
Certain place.
Yeah, it's a little bit of.
Like you do with Dustin arrives.
Right. Yeah. A little bit of, I'm pushing into you. I'm trying to bait that response. So like if I'm here with Austin, I'm not just gonna be like, boom, I'm coming up, and be like, whee! Like I'm not gonna do that, right? Like it's not my goal. I may do it to the white belts just to screw with you, but like I'm not gonna do that for someone halfway decent. But when I'm here, I'm gonna wait for Austin to start driving that pressure. I'm gonna push into him. I'm gonna check that pressure. I'm gonna check your base. Okay. He starts really putting that pressure down. Okay, now I know. I push in. That push-pull is always going to be fun. And it's always going to help your momentum. I'm pitching pretty early just to keep that low. There's nothing anymore.
How important is driving that?
Important, vital, help. It's going to help you stop those guys who can stop you. So it's a little bit set up, a little bit of that push-pull, create that motion. Make sense? Other questions on this? Fill her out. 1, 2, 3.